As far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out.
Yes! Hell yeah!
Nobody really likes paper straws.
Number one trending. Can you believe it? A paper straw. It was number one trending for 3 days or something. And we're not making any payment until we find out what's going on in South Africa. Yes.
You know, what is that actually happened?
Of course it happened.
Welcome back to the channel, your ultimate source for the latest trending videos, reactions and top highlights. We are excited to have you here. Join the Notice family and let's dive into today's trending topics. President Trump issued a strong warning to Hamas, demanding that all hostages be released by 12 p.m. Saturday or face severe consequences. Speaking from the Oval Office, he condemned the inhuman treatment of the hostages, describing their condition as resembling those of concentration camp victims.
Absolute disgrace. And I think they saw the way the world viewed it, and they're looking for a reason not to send more because they're all, you take a look at that, it looked like it was a concentration camp, which essentially it was. It looks like they came out of the Holocaust. Look, I can tell you that those people have been badly hurt, both mentally and physically.
President Trump stated that if the hostages are not returned by the deadline, all hell would break out, stressing the urgency for Hamas to act. He expressed concern that many hostages might be dead, calling the situation a great human tragedy. He emphasized the deadline for their release, stating that delays or partial returns would not be acceptable.
As far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. All of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out, and I don't think they're going to do it.
President Trump has signed an executive order reversing the previous administration's policy that aimed to phase out single-use plastics, including straws in federal operations by 2035. The new order mandates that federal agencies cease purchasing paper straws and discontinue their use within the federal buildings. Trump criticized paper straws, stating they don't work and often malfunction, advocating for a return to plastic straws.
Nobody really likes paper straws.
Number one trending. Can you believe it? A paper straw. It was number one trending for 3 days or something. We're going back to plastic straws. These things don't work. I've had them many times, and on occasion they break, they explode. If something's hot, they don't last very long, like a matter of minutes, sometimes a matter of seconds. It's a ridiculous situation. So we're going back to plastic straws. I think it's okay.
President Trump explained that he is bringing back plastic straws because paper ones don't work well. He shared his own experience saying paper straws often break or fall apart quickly, especially when something is hot and they don't last long, sometimes just a few seconds. He called the situation ridiculous, asserting that plastic straws are just fine and won't have any significant impact on sea life, like sharks as they swim through the ocean.
And I don't think that plastic's going to affect a shark very much as they're munching their way through the ocean. Okay.
President Trump expressed serious concerns about the situation in South Africa, calling it very dangerous and very bad for many people. He highlighted issues like the confiscation of property and hinted at even worse conditions. Though he didn't elaborate further, Trump made it clear that the US would not make any payment to South Africa until the situation is fully understood.
Well, we'll see what happens, but the South African situation is very, very dangerous and very bad for a lot of people. There's tremendously bad things going on, including the confiscation of property, and worse, much worse than that. You know what I'm talking about. And we're not making any payment until we find out what's going on in South Africa. Yes.
Secretary of Defense Peter Hegseth has arrived in Stuttgart, Germany. marking the start of his visit to meet with the US and allied leaders. His trip focuses on strengthening defense cooperation and addressing key security issues. Alright guys, that is what I have for you for now. Thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video.